Up player right here.
Running up.
I don't see him.
Going down the hill. Oh, he's down the hill. He's running down. Killed him.
Oh, there's no help on that.
Hello everyone, Kaibora here, and in this video I will be going over the best guns to use from level 1 through 9, and the ammo that you have access to. This is before the flea market is unlocked, so these will be from level 1 dealers. So let's get into the first gun. The first gun I want to go over is the Saiga 9. Now don't take this to mean because I'm going over it first that it's the best one that I'm going to talk about. But this gun is good to use because it's relatively cheap and you can buy it off of Skier level 1 for 16,198 rubles. That's not that bad. Now, it is a 9x19 gun. The best ammo you have available between level 1 to 9 that you can purchase is PSTGZH. You can buy this off Mechanic level 1, and it goes for 70 rubles per round. The gun comes with all these parts, and the recoil is already pretty low at 32, but it's a single fire gun, and it comes stock with a 10 round mag, but you're going to want to go back to Skier, and he actually sells the 20 round mags. I recommend to have a total of 4. You're going to replace the 10 rounder that came in it, and you'll just use these. Generally, you can get a bank robber from Ragman level 1, which is only 10k, which is not that bad. It allows you to hold 3 magazines, plus the one in your gun. Now, you don't want to keep this filled with anything, because if you're going to reload, you need one empty space in your rig or pockets, but because it takes up a 1x2, it doesn't fit in your pocket. So, and that's all you need to really use for the stock base of it. The next gun is one of my favorites. I actually really enjoy the iron sights on this gun. You can buy it from Proper. It is the SKS. It is pretty cheap. It's only 21k, almost 22. I already have one here, as you can see. Just like the Saiga 9, you're going to want to go buy a bigger magazine for the SKS, and you can do that from Peacekeeper level 1. He sells the 20 round magazine. Now you can choose to buy one, or you can choose to buy more, because with this you can actually reload the entire magazine. Now you don't have to get more than one, because it will still top load, just like the internal SKS magazine. For the SKS, the ammo that you can use, you can buy off Proper for really cheap, and it's actually really good ammo. It's not the best ammo, but it's actually really good for the cost and what it does. And it's actually the minimum round you would want to use for 7.62x39. The best in the class is 7.62x39 BP, but that usually averages around 900 to 1,000 per round, and you don't have access to it before level 10. So just use PS ammo and you'll be really good. All you have to do is make sure you take this out, and then you can load the ammo here and there, and load it, and you're good to go. The recoil isn't amazing, but it's a single fire gun, so you don't have to worry too much about that, but it does have a way more kickback compared to the Saiga 9 because it has a higher recoil. Now I'm going to go into a raid and show you guys what these guns can do. You're going to notice that I favor the Saiga 9 a little bit more, just because I feel it is used a lot less in the community.
Well done!
Die, scab!
Куда он приебался? Ебаный ниндзя! Вон он, Лизада, козёлы нахуй! Вот он! Кепка!
Yeah, I'm a little fucked up over here. Oh, fuck! They got me!
The next gun that I recommend to use, and it's one of my favorites, you can get it once you have Jaeger unlocked, and you can obtain it from him level 1. It is the MP133 12-gauge shotgun. Now, you don't start off with Jaeger unlocked. You first have to go to Mechanic. You accept his first task, and then upon accepting his first task, you get the task from him called Introduction, which allows you to go find Jaeger's camp, get his message, extract, and hand it over to Mechanic, and then you can have Jaeger unlocked. Now that you have the MP133, now you can also buy the ammo off Jaeger. I recommend to go for the 12x70 6.5mm express buckshot. That's pretty good for the level that you are at. But now, let's say you don't have Jaeger unlocked, but you managed to come across one of these shotguns or two, or even this one. You will need to have 2 of these shotguns for one of Proper's tasks early on. Now that you have it, in order to load the shotgun from your stash, you have to go to this menu, take the magazine out, and then drag the ammo to it. Or you can right click and load, and then always make sure to load the chamber. Now you're all set. Here is some gameplay of what the shotgun can do. I just want to make some notable mentions about some guns that you also have access to. When it comes to the Mosin, this is pretty good because you can get it from Proper level 1, and it doesn't really matter which one you get here. They're both infantry Mosins. One is a carbine, so it's slightly smaller, but you have access to the ammo, LPSGZH. It's not that great of an ammo, but it's also not horrible either, and it still allows you to be effective. I don't fully recommend using the Mosins unless you find them in raid, just because they're expensive, and they're also bolt action, so it takes some time to place your shots pretty well to make them count, but in the end, it's completely up to you. Another gun that I want to make mention of is anyone that uses 7.62x39. It's the same ammo that the SKS uses, so that you can buy it off Proper as well, and it's pretty cheap and still effective. I don't fully recommend buying them though, just because the recoil is really bad, but the ammo itself is really effective and cheap. So if you find these kind of guns, it's okay to keep them and use them, but ultimately it's up to you. One of my last mentionable guns is the Hunter. The issue with the Hunter is it's not available from a dealer until you have Jaeger level 2, but if you do manage to find them in raid, you can still obtain ammo from Jaeger once you have him unlocked. You can get it from him at level 1, 7.62x51 TPZ SP. It's not the greatest ammo, because you'll mostly hear about people talking about M80 at least, but ultimately it's not horrible. And you might be wondering why I'm not mentioning other guns like the 8R. Well, even though the 8R gun itself is really good, it's expensive while also not having any ammo that is worth it to take. So in the end, it's better to use the other guns that I've mentioned because they're generally half the cost and will do just as good of a job. Well, thanks for stopping by. Thank you for watching the video, and I hope you got some valuable knowledge from it and that you were able to use it to be successful in your future raids. I appreciate you all, and I hope you have some of the best future raids, and good luck escaping from Tarkov.